Else I'm about to tell you, I have a topic for coffee talk, so I just need to set up the room for today's clinic. I'm starting at 10:15, and I will discuss. What am I discussing today? Yeah, so I'm discussing today how the eyebrow heals in comparison to what it looks like the day the work is done. So when you're researching people, myself included, obviously we put up the before and after photographs of somebody who's had their work done, and the hair strokes look lovely and crisp, but they've got to go on and heal, and a new skin grows over your tattoos. So oftentimes people feel that the work that's done on the day is going to be the same as the end result. So I need to talk to you about that today, and to be able to manage those expectations. All right, see you in 5. Okay, today's topic. So what is this hair stroke technique that we talk about all the time in my work? So I just want to show you the microblade and how the technique delivers the feathering or the hair strokes in your skin that makes it look like as if it's an eyebrow hair. So the hair stroke technique that I used is delivered with this microblade. I use the Tina Davies range, and in actual fact you can see that it's not a blade at all. It's 15 needles lined up in a row, and every client gets one each, and it's taken out of a blister pack, and for each of your treatments you get a new microblade. In fact, I use 2 for each client. So just so that you know that in the delivery of the technique, we draw a eyebrow shape that you agree on, and it's inside that shape that I actually create the hair strokes. That is how I deliver my tattoo. So this microblade delivers the most natural form of eyebrow tattoo that I have seen to date. Now, that is not to say that it's the best, and it really depends on the artist who uses the microblade, on how they deliver their eyebrow tattoo. Nurse Aisling, who works here in our clinic, she does hair stroke technique, but she does it by a nano blade, which is done by machine. This is also incredibly natural. And between the use of the tool and the pigment, you are given an eyebrow tattoo that looks like as if it is, in the delivery, looks like as if it's an eyebrow hair. But it's down to your skin, and how it heals depends on the end result. So, by definition, the delivery of the hair stroke feathering method, whereby natural, lifelike looking eyebrow can be created by using the hair stroke method. So this is essentially by using this tool, which is the microblade, or a nano needle by machine, and that is essentially a tattoo needle, and this creates lifelike hair impressions in the skin by implanting the pigment just under the skin, and at treatment time we are literally gliding like that under the skin, and we go into each hair stroke 3 times, and that's the delivery of the tattoo. So oftentimes people hear, when they hear that it's hair stroke technique, yes, we do it in hair strokes, but it's very dependent on how your skin receives the pigment, receives the color of the pigment, and how it heals over the hair strokes that we've created. I'm just going to show you now in a pencil form what the hair strokes look like, so that you can see. Obviously I'm not going to dig into my skin here with pigment to show you, but you've seen in all the before and after photographs how the eyebrow looks like after the work is done, but then your body has to go on and heal over a 30 to 50 day period. I'm going to use a pencil here that I have made quite fine, and show you how the hair strokes are delivered into your skin in the eyebrow. So I basically do the outline strokes like so, and then in between those strokes then I create smaller strokes, and that fills in the eyebrow. Okay, so that's what it looks like the day the work is done. I'm going to show you a photograph here now as well, the day the work is done. So that is like putting nearly 120 to 150 hair strokes into your skin. And they're like tiny, tiny paper cuts. And it literally, now here we're back to the microblade again. Literally I go as gently as that. So it glides under the skin. So it's literally implanting strokes just under your skin. And then your body goes away off and does what it does best. And that's to heal the injury that we've created. So, does your skin stay this way? No, not at all. No different to me, putting, 50 little paper cuts in your skin on the back of your hand. Your body has to go and heal the injury. So, new skin grows over this. And that in itself softens the work. And so it depends, and you'd often hear people say, oh, it faded quite a bit between step 1 and step 2. It didn't fade. The colour that was used is still under the skin. It's very dependent on how your skin reacts to the injury that we created, that is your tattoo. And if the skin depends, and our skin is an organ, it's a very unpredictable organ at that. But some skins heal beautifully and the hair strokes are quite translucent and you can see them through the skin and they look, well, not as crisp as the day the work is done, but certainly you can see the hair strokes. And then there are other skins, dry skins or dry skins and oily or very open pored skins. They heal totally different to anybody who's got normal skin. And it depends on the age of your skin. So, anybody who is 18, and they have normal skin, their tattoo is going to heal with lovely crisp hair strokes, a little bit less defined than the day the work is done. But as we get a little bit older, our skin gets a little bit more lax. If you've got sun damaged skin, if you work outdoors quite a bit, their skins, everybody's skin heals differently. So it's not a guaranteed treatment whereby when the work is finished that it's going to show crisp hair strokes. That's a big ask of anybody's skin. But we can predict and we can give you a good idea as to how your skin is going to receive the pigment and what the end result is going to be like. So there is a misconception out there that the hair strokes are going to look the same on healing as they did at treatment time. And this is not always the case, guys. And you need to know that in advance. So yes, I will use that as my treatment delivery. Is it going to be the same at the healed result? Most probably not. It'll be way softer than that. And oftentimes that's a blessing for some people. So, no different to a paper cut injury, which looks quite obvious the day that it happens. With healing, it softens. And in microblading, the treatment is done on the day. And oftentimes when I'm doing the reveal, clients say to me, oh my God, they look like real hairs. But your body has to go on and do its healing then. And the outside skin takes about 3-4 days to actually heal. But the underneath skin between the dermis and the epidermis, that takes 30 to 50 days to heal. And that in itself is actually very softening. And it's a bit like a paper cut. When it heals, it looks softer. And that's what it's meant to do. Sorry, my hair's driving me mad. So then 30 to 50 days later, 4 to 6 weeks later, then you come back for step 2, whereby we literally just glide under the surface to drop more pigment into the hair strokes that we created the first time. And that's to give it a little bit more, it gives it more permanency for starters, but you can actually see it that little bit better. So the result is a beautiful, natural tattoo, but it is a tattoo, and it's not hairs. So it looks like hairs at treatment time, but it's down to your body on how it heals, and it's not going to heal rarely as crisp as that. So you need to have a realistic expectation about how the end result is going to be. So yes, it'll be soft and very natural. Will it be hairs? No, unless you have a hair transplant onto your eyebrows, it's not going to be hairs. And what the end result is going to be is very dependent on your skin. It depends on your healing. It depends on your age. It depends on whether you're an outdoor person or not. And it very much depends on your aftercare. So the result invariably will rarely be as crisp as what it was at treatment time, but nonetheless, it'll still be a gorgeous eyebrow tattoo that will actually add value to your life and raise your confidence. And anybody who's got gappy brows, they're just delighted to have them filled in on a daily basis, and they don't have to do that anymore. So just to finish, so anybody who's got oily, open-pored skin, healing will not produce crisp work, even at treatment time. Invariably, anybody who's got open pores or oily skin, their skin blurs out. So the hair strokes, yes, we'll deliver it in hair stroke technique, but the hair strokes will actually blur out. And that's the skin that usually we say to you, you're better off with a blade and shade technique or more of a powder brow, because whatever about the hair strokes, they usually blur out. And that's because people with oily skin, their skin cell turnover is so rapid that the pigment that's been implanted in a hair stroke technique under your skin will heal totally differently, because it is rejuvenating at a very fast rate. Okay, I hope that helps. If you have any further questions or you want me to cover any other topics ongoingly, do let me know. I think education is the most important thing. I think people need to have a realistic expectation as to what eyebrow microblading and its delivery is. I think it's important for you to come to have your eyebrow tattoo done with your eyes wide open, so that you know that what we deliver and what you are expecting, that we're both on the same hymn sheet. So very important to keep yourself as educated as is possible, and then we can both have a similar vision in order to be able to deliver you with good brows for a good mood and a good day.